Hi everybody, it's Marc Laurenson, and we're continuing on with the South Node through the Sign series. And in this episode number 5, we're going to be talking about the South Node in Leo. So when you see the South Node in Leo, you're looking at somebody who brings in an energy pattern around having to live up to an expectation or an image of sorts, around having to be important or special or to feel like they matter. Now, this could have actually been something that they were. I mean, they could have held a position where they were admired and looked up to. They could have been a celebrity of sorts, where, of course, you know, that role that you have to play on stage and off becomes a big part of a celebrity's life. You could have married into this. You could have become special by proxy, so to speak, marrying somebody who was prestigious. This could have been a family thing. You could have come from a dynasty of sorts where there was an expectation placed on you from a very early age to be something. Now, to find out exactly where all this lies and be more specific, you're going to have to go into where it is in your chart by a house, of course. Where the sun is going to play out big in the nodal story, your sun sign, because of course that being the ruler of Leo. Also, any aspects by any other planets are going to give you much more detail as far as the story was concerned. But when I look at the South Node in Leo, there is a strong need this lifetime to get over the need for approval, to get over the need for recognition, to get over the need for applause, and get over the need to prove yourself. I find the South Node in Leo people come in and often they always want to feel that they have to prove themselves in some kind of way. Now, some people may have enjoyed the attention they got in the past life, but I feel it probably was very surface attention, if you know what I mean. A celebrity is getting a lot of surface attention, but nothing terribly deep. There was a lot of people with the South Node in Leo who come in damaged by this. And when I say damaged, I mean probably put in situations where having to live up to something they weren't felt very inauthentic to them. And it felt like they were betraying their true selves. And when you look at the North Node in Aquarius, you're actually seeing the North Node in Aquarius wanting to colour outside the lines, break the boundaries, and find some personal freedom this particular lifetime. So you can see that the South Node in Leo was trapped. It comes in feeling trapped. I find that the South Node in Leo people have a very, very pronounced fear of failure. Now, this is universal, of course. Many of you are going to be saying we all have that. But I find that the volume is turned up with the South Node in Leo people on that. The fear of being humiliated and the fear of being embarrassed is really, really strong. This may have played out in the past life of actually being up there and then dropped to the bottom, so to speak, you know, being up on top and then failing or feeling on a certain level like they were pulled off their pedestals. And so there's a strong fear that comes in with this. And so a lot of South Node in Leo people come in very timid around expressing themselves, or very timid around putting themselves out there again this particular lifetime. So when you're looking at the South Node in Leo, as I said, you have to put it in the context of the North Node in Aquarius, which is the evolutionary trajectory to where the energy wants to take them. So the North Node in Aquarius, as I said, is more about becoming a spoke in a wheel, for the wheel's sake, becoming more project or cause-oriented or group-oriented, and getting over the egocentric side of the South Node in Leo. And so there's this push-me-pull-you going on between, I find, the South Node in Leo and the South Node in Aquarius really feels trapped between these two worlds a lot of their life. Now, for the South Node in Leo, the South Node in Leo people could have been very creative. They could have had an artistic talent of sorts, and they could have been recognized for this. They come back into this lifetime and feel in a certain way that they need to find areas where they can still prove themselves with this again. Now, if you're going to replant the South Node in Leo, there is a need to shine, of course, and there is a need to express your talent. But the North Node in Aquarius is always wanting to take you down the road of being a little bit left of center, a little bit eclectic, a little bit radical. Not necessarily doing it for praise and approval anymore, but wanting to be inventive, wanting to be innovative, wanting to take chances. And so, therefore, the South Node in Leo is going to have to express itself in a totally different way. So by finding the freedom that you need from the North Node in Aquarius, particularly around not needing approval from anybody else, becoming immune to that, you can actually shine much, much brighter than you ever did before. And that's what the South Node in Leo is all about. The need to actually heal the pain around having to live up to something that you didn't really feel you were, and now having to really shine uniquely and truthfully. And that's when you're going to heal.